If you're an artist who keeps pushing through the pain, exhaustion, or self-doubt because your work has to be good enough, this is your warning. Chasing perfection nearly cost me my art. In this video, I'm going to share 3 hard-won warnings that might just save you from the shutdown I went through. Hi, I'm Krista. I used to thrive on gallery deadlines, painting for solo shows. With my ADHD, it was my superpower. I could hyper-focus until the pain and chronic fatigue hit. When I couldn't meet my standards anymore, I spiraled into a 4-year shutdown. I've tried to film this several times, and it's been incredibly hard to sit here and say these things out loud, because really I'm still mourning the artist I used to be. I figured if I'm going to ask you to be gentle on yourself this year in 2026, that I have to be brave enough to show you what that actually looks like for me as well. I spent 4 years in a total shutdown. I could barely pick up a brush, and it actually started before then. The chronic illness and fatigue made creating feel impossible, and I was miserable not doing it. Art is how I processed the world, but I was so stuck in that cycle of physical pain and the fatigue. I couldn't find my way back. The real problem, though, wasn't just my body. It was a belief that if I couldn't do art at 100% of what I used to, it wasn't worth doing at all. Because I looked fine and my illnesses were invisible, it made me feel guilty. It made me start to feel like maybe I was just lazy. And the perfectionism in me told me, if you can't do it like you used to, then I shouldn't do it at all. Reaching out to my doctor and starting to see a psychologist was the first step in finding my balance again. And it's what finally made me be able to reconnect with art in a different way. I am incredibly lucky to have amazing galleries that have been patient and stood beside me and understanding. My gratitude to them is immeasurable. But even with their support, the internal pressure and my illness, it made me feel like a failure. I had to learn the hard way that my worth wasn't tied to how much art I created. I decided to restart this channel in July of 2025, and this time it feels different. What I didn't realize at first was that I'd been missing the process itself. I had been chasing finished, showable, and saleable pieces for so long that I forgot the joy of just making a mark on a page, scribbly lines, messy washes, muddy colors, half-finished pages that exist just because I felt like moving paint around. When I let go of the deadlines and the external pressure and expectations, I found more joy than I even remembered. I started making art just for me, experimenting and playing and not worrying about the outcome. Now, honestly, I don't care about the imposter syndrome. I'm not worried about whether I belong in a gallery anymore. None of that really matters if I can't create. So now I am creating art just for the joy of creating it, and that is enough. Because of the journey I just described to you, I want to give you these 3 warnings. Warning 1, if you prioritize your output over your well-being, you will eventually have nothing left to give. If you keep squeezing yourself for one more painting, one more commission, one more perfect thing, you might wake up one day and realize you don't even want to pick up a brush anymore. Warning 2, chasing your old self, the artist you were before illness, before burnout, before life changed, is a thief of the joy you could have today. Every time I compared myself to old Krista, I missed the small, gentle ways art was still available to me now. Warning 3, success, a life that honors peace, your peace. You are not lazy for needing rest. You are brave for listening to your body. Resting instead of painting is not a failure. It allows you to keep life in your art long term. It allows you to keep art in your life long term. In 2026, this is a space where creativity can be imperfect. I'll be sharing videos as my energy allows. I'm going to try and aim for 2, but hopefully at least 1 a week. And I'm going to be doing loosening up exercises, small doable paintings, sketchbook practice, the art of being imperfect, not setting expectations too high, being realistic. And I'm sure I'll still have some product reviews and live painting sessions possibly if my energy allows. I think it would be great for us just to get together without any expectations and build as a community and create together. Art isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up in a way that works for you. This isn't just for people with health challenges. Art is for everyone. Even if you're just tired from life, you still belong here and you're welcome here. Art isn't about perfection. If you only have 5 minutes to create today, let that be enough. If your body needs rest instead of a finished painting, let that be enough. If you're ready to create joyfully and imperfectly, subscribe and join me. Let's be gentle together. Let me know below in the comments what challenges you're facing. I'll see you in the next one.